Hi guys, Ash here from FIFA Tips 13, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to upload quite recently. I've had quite a hectic weekend, so due to how behind I've been, I've skipped pre-season and gone straight to the Community Shield final. But as you guys can see here, this was the results from my last pre-season friendly, which was against Real Madrid, and it turns out to be sort of not as successful as I thought it would be. As you can see at the top there, Czech picking up an injury. That was in the 7th minute of the game. And then overall it finished 1-1 with Marcelo being sent off. So overall it was an okay friendly. It didn't turn out as I thought it would do. I thought it would be a lot more successful than that. But it turned out that all that Peter Cech had done is bruised his rib, and he's only out for 3 days, um, which is long before the pre-season. The Champions League final. So yeah, once again, guys, I just wanted to apologise for being behind, and that I try and upload as often as I can, but I've just been really busy this weekend. And as you can see here, we had an £8.5 million offer for Ramirez from VfL Wolfsburg. And according to the chief executive, I can get at least 12 mil for him, so I decided to counter offer with £15.5 million, just to see what they would say. And just to go for that. And as you can see there, fans expect Chelsea to win league. We are predicted to finish first, top of the Barclays Premier League table, and our key player to be Karim Benzema. Now, I don't know if you read that story, in that headline there, but Hazard's supposed to be 50-50. So he either could be fit for the start of the season, or he might not be. And as you can see there, VfL Wolfsburg decided to match the 15.5 I'd requested, and they are now into contract talks with Ramirez. And just to check the budget allocation, I've got £3,044,000 in wages. That would bump my transfer budget up by a load. Even though we've brought in some top players for really cheap prices, due to the fact that we did put players added on. And so, like I said, we are moving on to the Champions League final, and we had a transfer offer coming from Florent Malouda, a 3.4 mil bid for Florent Malouda, who is worth 4.3. So I countered offered with 5.5, just to see what they would say about that. And as we move on towards the Champions League final against Manchester City, we hear that Eden Hazard is returning from injury, just to ease him back into action. And as you can see, there are transfer talks contract and personal terms between Ramirez and VfL Wolfsburg could not be agreed, and therefore VfL Wolfsburg have pulled out of negotiations. Now, Benzema to make Chelsea debut. That's what I'm expecting. He's expected high performance there. That keeping the squad of Peter Cech, Abate, Ivac, David Luiz, Marcelo, Raul Morales, Ramirez, Oscar, Mario Götze, Marin, and Karim Benzema. Now on my bench I've got Hilaro, Azpilicueta, John Obi Mikel, Ryan Bertrand, John Terry, Victor Moses, and Daniel Sturridge. That is the squad I'm going to go for the pre-season game. For the Champions League game. And that match is right now, so see how we do, or how we fare. and they've got a pretty strong squad out there. They have just recently sold Tevez for £21 million. For £21 million to Inter Milan. Sorry, I was just checking up on what I've missed, what deals have gone through. And thought my game had frozen there, but no, it is working. And so that's eased me into this game a bit. Obviously, I wouldn't just be kicking the ball at the wall like that. I would actually try and get some skill points there. But as you can see there, they're pointing out that Karim Benzema is making his debut for Chelsea. And what I don't get is the actual Champions League final was held at Villa Park, yet on FIFA it's held at Wembley Stadium. I don't know whether it's because next year it might be at a different stadium, so then this game wouldn't be as realistic, or I'm not sure there. So, but as you can see, they start off pretty positively, getting the ball straight in the box, having a shot at goal, and then getting my players to dart up the other end of the pitch as fast as they can, just to try and catch Man City's defenders out on the counter-attack there. But one of their signings, Kevin Prince Boateng, losing the possession there, and then Marin with a shot, forcing Joe Hart to make a save. Marcelo messaged me, I don't know whether you've seen that back whilst we were advancing, but he did request to be in this game, even though he knows he had pre-season, didn't have a very good pre-season, and I've decided to let him stay in because, to be honest, I'm not going to be using Ashley Cole. I just don't rate him as a defender, or a very good ruler. He's done okay in real life, I suppose, but just not impressing me. And that's why I've left him out of the squad and brought in a new new defender. And Marin had poor pre-season form as well. And you can see there a lot of chances coming in there, but then, as you can see here, Raul Morales picking up a knock in that attack, and I can confirm now that it is a sprained ankle injury. That is forcing me to make a substitution quite early on in the match. So I'm going to have to bring on John Obi Mikel. And if you didn't see the attack there, as you can see here, the ball played through from Benzema to Morales. That's where he sprains his ankle right there. I'll just draw the camera back. Right there, as he takes his shot, which Joe Hart deflects onto the post. Then Oscar with the follow through. Joe Hart again making a good save with his face and foot. And then as we know, gone. Raul Morales now out injured. I hope it won't be a long-term injury. I hope it'll just be like a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But it's not as if I haven't got enough cover for that position. It would just mean I'd have to use a bit of my youth squad. And as you can see in the top left-hand corner there, Eden Hazard, who is not on my squad or bench. I'm taking what the medical team said seriously and just easing him back into the game by just leaving him on the reserves for a couple of days, then bringing him onto the bench to start. I might play him on the bench for the first game of the season, and then ease him onto the first team sheet again. Because if Marin isn't performing like he should be, like everybody else is saying, then obviously Hazard is needed to take his place. And Abate just putting a ball in front of Oscar there, just for him to pick up, and then Abate with a finesse shot off the post. I couldn't tell whether that hit the post or crossbar from where I was, from the camera angles that I've got set on this game. So if you see that it does hit the crossbar, then I do apologise there. But then straight away, Manchester City up the other end of the pitch, and I'll make a brilliant tackle there. and which doesn't make me concede a penalty. And I don't know what that ball was there from Benzema. I don't know whether it's because he was under pressure or what, but I had actually told him to flick the ball over the defenders, and Balotelli there with quite a weak but troublesome shot to trouble check, and then Marion giving the ball away, and then Mikel giving the ball away. I mean, I was directing the ball, but for some reason it just wasn't going where I wanted it to. And then when we do get the ball passing again, Benzema, I decided to take a shot on with him, and it just goes wide there, which was very unlucky from Benzema's point of view. He is in a good run of form at the moment, and so we move on to the last 5 minutes of the first half, which what I would say is a pretty neck and neck first half. I'd probably say we have dominated the ball a lot more. Oh, there is one thing I did forget to tell you about. In the second pre-season game, we did have a defeat to Rennes, French League 1 side, I believe, and but yeah, that wasn't too enthusiastic for the Real Madrid game. But in the Real Madrid game, we did take the lead first, and back to the game, and a brilliant strike by Ramirez, top corner finish. Just to see that again, the control he has on the ball there, just knocks it into space, off the post and in, and a brilliant strike there from Ramirez. But back to what I was saying before, because I did sort of cut out in mid-sentence there. Yeah, we did, in the Real Madrid game, we did take the lead first. I think it was in the 7th minute. It was actually Raul Morales who scored. And then, obviously, Cech got injured, and he had to go off at half-time, and then we went to 1-1, and 5 minutes from time, Marcelo gets sent off. That was like I said when I started the episode, it was an okay game. I would have preferred to have got a bigger result out of it, but because of how far behind I was due to not recording over the weekend, I just had to skip that game, so I'm sorry that you guys couldn't see all of pre-season. But we'll have to just move on now, and I will try and upload more frequently. It's just that I've been so busy recently, as I've been saying. But I do apologise for that. And as you can see here, we're still just playing the passing game, pass and move. Up to 2-touch passing if possible, and it does seem to work on this game. Would recommend 2-touch passing. It catches the defenders off guard, but unless you're Vincent Kompany, who does blocks like that. And Ramirez, I don't know why I tried that. I just thought, you know, why not just have a random shot. As you can see here, they bring on Edin Dzeko for Mario Balotelli. Edin Dzeko, I don't know why he wouldn't start the game, if I could be quite honest. He is a very good aerial threat, but then again, Manchester City I don't think they've had a corner in this game, or if they have, they obviously haven't been able to do anything from it. And as you can see here, more passing and more pass and movement, and I did actually overtouch that ball there, and it does go out for a goal kick, which does take the vibe out of the move that we were trying to create there. And two of my players getting mixed up in the play there, and so we couldn't. When we did steal the ball, we just give it back to them from the challenge. But then we do get the ball back and start passing it around like I like to do with my teams. It was unfortunate for that ball not to get to Marin. I think what he just needs is to. I think if Hazard does replace him on the team sheet, I think I do need to bring him on or play him for cup matches just to get him a run of confidence going. Because if you've got a player with no confidence, he's no good to you at all. So that's something I'll need to think about in the coming episodes. And again, we were struggling to clear our lines there, but when we do, we try and get up the other end of the pitch, and and again, it just doesn't come off. Manchester City's defence is so rock solid at the back. But of course, that Ramirez strike did sort of take them off guard. But Nasri there coming on for Kevin Prince Boateng. I don't know why Nasri would come off the bench. But, and again, they've got David Silva in that position. But if they played the sort of formation I was playing, they could play Boateng, Silva, and Nasri all at the same time. But then a little layoff there for Mikel. He works the goalkeeper, just not too much. Ramirez helping to knock the ball around again. And we try and get a tackle in their box. Gertz are winning a challenge. It was a curling effort that was probably going to go into the top corner of the net. I'm not going to guarantee anything. But Joe Hart having to make a stop there. And Benzema with a cross. And Gertz with a header just wide of the post there. And we move on to the last 5 minutes of this Community Shield final. And it is only 1-0 here, so they could get a late equaliser. And as you can see there, Benzema was offside. That is why that's why the play had been stopped. And again, they're just dominating in my area. We seem to when I'm in their area, I seem to dominate the ball, and then when they're in my area, I just can't seem to get the ball off them. And then Benzema managing to steal the ball there and take it round the keeper and knocks it in. Benzema, 90th minute goal. That is the winner there, I would probably say, unless Man City just go straight from the kick-off, score, and then score again. I do think it was mean for me to go around Joe Hart, but you can't take nothing away from Benzema the way he managed to take that shot. So yeah, that is a 90th minute goal there for Benzema to make it 2-0. Hopefully Benzema will be scoring a lot of goals in the Barclays Premier League. I hope for him to get the golden boot at the end of the season. But like I said, they did go straight up the other end of the pitch, and Nasri's shot, he was offside. As you can see, they're very, very close. It was a brilliant save by Czech. He wouldn't have had a chance on the rebound, but Nasri, shocked that his shot was offside. And me just slacking off a bit there, gave the ball away, but I did manage to recover quite easily there. And just booting the ball at the other end of the pitch. And that is full time, and we are the Community Shield winners. Now, as you know, in real life, I think it was Manchester City who won this fixture. I think it was 4-2. So just proving there that Chelsea do have the squad to win that fixture. But obviously I've made a couple of changes with the squad. So Raul Morales out for 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. Malouda, Schalke don't believe he is worth that much. And we have a transfer offer for John Terry. Just under £5 million for a £5.5 million player, just so I can get rid of him. I'll go and accept that offer. And as you can see there, it would bump my transfer budget up to about £8 million with £114,000 in wages, which means it does just prove how much John Terry is actually being paid by Chelsea. So now we just advance a little bit, and this will probably be about a 20-minute episode if I can. And £4.2 million has been allocated to my budget, and we've had a transfer offer for David Luiz. Now, according to my chief executive, I can get at least £11 million, so I go for the 15. So then if they do accept that, it all goes through, I'll probably get around £12 million for him. So, because with transfers on FIFA 13, you have to consider how much money you're going to actually get out of that transfer. See, like on one of my other career modes, I was with Borussia Dortmund, my own personal one that I'm not recording. I actually sold Luis Muriel, who I bought for 20 mil for £55 million, and I only got 49 of it because I didn't think of how much I actually want. I actually wanted 55 mil, but of course, because I forgot about the board taking some of the money. So yeah, I lost out a bit there. But as you can see there, they've put it up to £12 million. So I lower mine by £1 million to 14. So I'll probably get around 12, maybe 13. Not sure yet. Let me just move on just a little bit more and so yeah, I will hopefully be uploading either another episode tonight or one tomorrow. And speaking of Borussia Dortmund, they come in for Frank Lampard there, with £4.4 million. I go and accept that offer, just for the fact that I don't think I'll get another 1.1 mil out of for Frank Lampard, due to the fact that he is retiring. He's not in very good form, and so yeah, that's why that's why I just accept that, and we will see whether he goes to. And that Olympic Lyon coming back in with another offer, so I lower mine again to 13.5. Then hopefully we will be able to come to some sort of an agreement before this episode ends. I'll probably just keep going, advancing through until the transfer. I mean, not the transfer deadline day. I mean the Wigan game, and then we'll take it from there next episode. And as you can see there, Frank Lampard has been sold to Borussia Dortmund for £4.4 million. I got 3.7 added into my transfer budget. And Southampton, they're coming in for my 33-year-old Spanish right back, Paulo Ferreira. I go and accept that offer as well. Just because I'm not going to be using him, I've got plenty of cover in that right back position. And one thing I will need to do is obviously remove Morales from the team there. Yossi Benayoun, oh God, I've got no reason for covering. I'm actually going to have to put in for a new midfielder. I've got none at all. With the sale of Frank Lampard, I have got no other midfielders. So I'm going to have to buy a new midfielder with the money that I've got. We'll wait for the Paulo Ferreira deal to go through first, and then we'll take it from there. And Olympic Lyon reject my offer of £13.5 million. Borussia Dortmund coming in for Yossi Benayoun. I've got no alternative. I'm going to have to reject that offer. Just for the fact that I don't have any other midfielders. If I was to sell Benayoun, then I would have only one spare midfielder, and that would be Raul Morales, who is injured at the moment, and he's out for, if I can remember, a month now. But obviously that's gone down now since we have moved on a bit. So just to try and help myself along, I'll go and look through the free agents just to see if there's anybody on here that's worth anything, and there actually isn't. The free agents are absolutely shite on this game. So I go on to the transfer listed players, and as you can see here, there's a right back who plays in midfield from Barcelona, who is transfer listed at the minute. So I'm actually going to put in a £1.5 million bid in for him, because he is a future first team player, and I would actually try and use him as much as I could there. And another young striker there, Chisco. I don't need strikers, but if I do, I'm going to add him to my shortlist and see how we go with him. And Juan Fran, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's transfer listed by Madrid there, so I'm going to go and offer £1 million for him. And we keep moving on. No, he's shit. Hogan Ephraim, no. No, he's shit. Going in for this Slovakian midfielder from Palmero. I'm going to put in £900,000 for him. These are all going to be, like, as you can see, they're Sportac first team players or whatever it said. I can't remember. Which, in other words, means that they're not going to they're not starting in like the proper first team, but they are going to they will be starting some games. And I know I've gone onto the loan listed here, but you can always just put in for some players that are loan listed. And as you can see here, I do actually have a central defensive midfielder on my loan list, but because Paul Pogba has only recently moved, I can only get him in on a loan. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to say that I'll buy him for £5 million at the end of the season. So then I can choose then whether. So then this will let me see if he'll gel with my players and or stuff like that, and we'll see what happens from there. And as you can see here, Raheem Sterling on the loan list. I'll buy him for £3 million at the end of the season. And I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, because this episode is starting to lag on a little bit. So I will tell you which other players I've gone in for in the next episode. So I will show you my shortlist. That'll be the first thing I show you in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.